Hey everyone, my name's Amber.
And I'm Robert.
Together, we host a new podcast series called Will There Be Cake?
We get together to celebrate goofy, fun, and interesting holidays every single day.
Yup. Every single day, we release an episode where we pick a holiday, learn about it, celebrate it, and decide if there should be a cake involved.
Little secret, we often think a cake is necessary for celebration.
If you want to discover fun new holidays, check us out. You can find Will There Be Cake on iTunes, iHeartRadio, CastBox, Google Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, and the list goes on.
You can also follow Seven Lamb Productions on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Seven Lamb Podcasts.
Don't wait any longer. There's an episode out today.
Come celebrate with us.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Alter Ego Podcast. See how I slowly fade that out? That's what the people keep coming back for.
That slow fade.
Hi, Cyborg Mark.
Hello.
Hi, Megan. Welcome back. And Ryan is with us again. Son of a bit. Never mind. We have a new guest today. Hi, Ray.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm the new Ryan.
You are.
You flipped the letters around.
Okay,
We're
sure.
call you Rayan.
Ryan's going to hear that and go, son of a bitch.
He's going to be
I just
waiting.
know him.
He's going to be underneath my car when I go out of here, and he's going to slice my Achilles tendon.
For sure. That's his MO.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you not tell me about something?
No, that's... Yeah, spoiler alert. Let it go.
Just let it happen to him.
Yeah, let it happen
This is
organically.
your fate now.
Welcome to the show, Ray. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
Good. Mark's been telling me that he's been trying to get you on here for a little while, so it's glad that you were able to finally show up.
Yeah.
I know schedules happen.
He got to pull himself away from
Yeah.
his very popular YouTube channel.
Oh my God, yeah. So much going on. So much going on. I don't know if you've ever met somebody with 100 subscribers.
Oh.
Well,
wow.
We're in the room.
That's probably
We
about...
have 16 subscribers on YouTube.
We're on the way.
I mean, if you round it up, it's like 1,000.
Yeah, that's true.
If you add a couple zeros, it's 1,600, you know.
Together, we're fairly well known.
Together, right
We're
now,
116 subscribers.
we're approaching Carrot Top levels of fame.
Oh,
Damn.
For sure.
how
Easily.
dare you disparage Carrot Top?
Young kids don't know Carrot Top, so...
Old men do.
Yeah, well, Carrot
I
Top's a
love
big
him.
fan of the show. Sorry, buddy. We love you, as always.
And Carrot Top.
Stay off the
old
juice.
man now.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
But that's not important. That's not why we're here, right?
Top is important.
We're here to talk about... What? What'd you say?
I said Carrot Top is important. But anyways,
Yikes.
let's move on.
Please don't
But
lose
Mark-
another celebrity
But
listener,
Mark
Jack.
digresses. We're going to take a little bit of time here to say thank you to our sponsors for the show, starting with our returning sponsor, been with us forever, Ford Supply. Alter Ego, sponsored by Ford Supply Company, makers of all natural organic soaps for men with scents like tropical teakwood, citrus IPA, cypress pine, transient road scum, blood spurt, all the good ones. Visit their website at fordsupply.com to order online and use promo code Alter Ego to get 10% off your order. Ford soap, real soap.
No bullshit.
No bullshit.
What happened to butt nickel?
You're all supposed to do that. It's butt nickel. You can always get butt nickel.
Butt nickel.
We were all supposed to do that?
It's their fifth. Yeah. Clearly, you don't listen to the show. It's okay. Our second sponsor.
We think you stinky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There it
that was mine.
Okay, second sponsor for the night, Tony Anello's. Tony Anello's Southern Italian Cuisine and Grill is a hidden gem that's family-owned and operated on the outskirts of St. Petersburg at 1136 Pinellas Bay Way, South Verde, Florida. This is a must-try for all homemade Italian lunch or dinner. Just remember to bring your appetite because the portions are very generous. Call for a reservation today at 727-867-3577 and check out TonyAnellos.com. Speaking of Tony Anellos,
My stomach's growling.
we went there last week.
Yes, we did.
And we ate like
Famously.
kings and queens. Yeah. Did you finish your food?
The next that night or the next day?
Yeah, that night.
That night, no.
No
but,
chance.
But it was fantastic.
How about Jen?
The next day.
Did she
Nope,
finish hers?
she did
No.
not.
You?
Absolutely not.
I damn sure didn't. I don't think I've ever finished my food while being there.
Never.
It's just
So it's 2 meals in one because we took that home.
Yep.
We threw both meals in the oven. I think I sent you guys a picture.
Yes. Yep.
Warmed them up. They tasted just as good as the day
Just as
before.
good, man.
So,
Oh,
delicious.
2 for 1.
dynamite.
Yeah. So what are we talking about today?
I thought we were talking about pizza, but
I know. I mean,
Listen, we don't have that kind of time to talk pizza. I could sit here forever, but I think we're talking about Flashpoint.
ooh.
Yeah, Spencer around Flashpoint. So in honor of Flashpoint and our wonderful sponsors, I just thought I would try to go through our ads again, but speed read them. As if I was
This
barely
sounds
on
awesome.
the Flash.
Dude, I'm excited to hear
Have
this.
you been
please.
practicing
No,
today?
I have not been practicing at all. I thought about it earlier today. I was like, what could I do that's Flash related? I said, you know what? And I asked our sponsor, too, who did not get back to me, to send me a very long ad because I really wanted to drag this out. But no response. That's okay. We still love them. I smell great because of them, so I'm not going to complain.
check
And I'm
cleared,
fat
so.
and happy because of Tony and Nello, so I'll never complain about them. But anyway, let's go back through it again and see what we got here.
my name is Barry Allen.
My name
I'm
is
the
Barry
fastest
Allen.
man alive.
I'm the fastest reader alive. Oh, God, I'm going to take a deep breath with this one.
Oh, God, here we go.
I'm like out of breath.
It's too
just
hot here
watching
for
you
this.
Prepare.
I don't even know if I'm going to do a good job. We'll see. This episode is already sponsored by Ford Supply, Market Balls, and sets like Tropical Teak, Citrus IPA, Cypress Pine, Chase, kind of more. Visit our website at FordSupply.com to order online. Use promo code AlterEgo to get 10% off your order. Ford Supply, real soap, no bullshit. Tony Nello. It's hidden gym that is family owned and operated in the outskirts of St. Petersburg, 1136 miles by way south to your Verde. This is a must try for homemade Italian lunch or dinner. Just remember to bring your appetite because the generations are very portion, whatever the fuck. Call for reservation at 727-867-3577 and check out TonyandNellos.com.
Oh.
It's funny when you read it fast, you get all those subliminal
You
messages
get
right in the middle there.
important stuff. Yeah.
Straight up
Yeah.
micro machine guy right there.
Yeah.
Was it good?
It was good.
It was good.
Now read it slow.
Liars.
Especially the part where your eyes started moving.
Yeah, now,
In honor of the reverse flash, read it backwards.
Okay.
or in honor of how you feel after eating it.
Let's see if I can do it backwards in honor of Reverse Flash. Eobard Thon would want me to, right? I'm not going to read the fucking words backwards. That would be ridiculous. But I'll just try to read it backwards. What do you think?
I think it's a bad idea.
Yeah? Me too.
All right. next topic.
TonyandNellos.com, Outcheck, and 7735-867-727 at today. Reserve a core for call. Generous vary our portions, the because appetite to bring your remember just. Wow. Dinner or lunch Italian homemade. Fuck. A four try
That's
must.
the regular way.
Is this Florida Tierra Verde, South Bayway, Pinellas 1136 at St. Petersburg of outskirts. The on-operated and owned family is that gem hidden is Grill and Cuisine Italian, Southern Nellos and Tony.
I'm so impressed.
That wasn't bad.
It was better.
Not mean to hit you in the face with this, by the
It
way.
was better backwards than it was forward.
Yeah, for
It really
sure.
was.
I think my other page is over there somewhere. Will somebody grab that for me?
So you stabbed her in the eye.
Yeah, I tried to give her a paper cut from up high.
I'm waiting to see how long this takes.
Where is it?
Here it is.
Holy crap!
Where is
So I'm also a freelance magician.
Holy crap!
Take a picture.
It is stuck against the wall. I got this.
floating?
You got it.
I got the
And I'm sorry I
picture.
didn't post the Mad Lib from last week either. I should have.
I was going to mention that. Oh, hold on. There we go.
There we
And
go.
we took a photo.
High
many-
quality
Great for
content
podcasting.
right there.
So many
Wait-
impressive things just happened.
Yeah. So let's jump into good old Flashpoint here.
This is crazy. We've been so Marvel heavy, and we've just so much
It's been
DC.
pretty DC
I know
lately.
you're in
I
freaking
know.
hog heaven, boy.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm breaking down the system.
As someone who also only knows the DCU, as you called it last week.
It's actually the DCU.
Yeah.
The DCU.
yeah.
Just the movies. are here.
Not that I haven't had a whole lot of respect for the characters, but I haven't had anything like that has really made me appreciate them.
Nothing
until,
with substance.
Right. Until actually like reading these, which is kind of sad because obviously we talked about the movies
Yeah.
a bit last week, and we talked about how those have been kind of mildly a dumpster fire.
Speaking of movies,
Mildly.
before we forget, I
I'm
want to
trying
go
to be
into
nice.
before we
got pretty
forget,
deep
I want to go
last
into the posts from the week
Yes.
because there's some good movie news that we posted this week on the page.
There's some DC
So
news in there as well.
There is some DC
Yeah,
news
yeah,
in
yeah.
there,
Let's
so
do
I
that
didn't
first.
want to forget. I wanted to go ahead and get into it.
Yeah, let's do
Last
that.
week was the long Halloween.
Yep.
This week
Sure
is
was.
going to be Flashpoint. So last week posted was Batman Death in the Family trailer finally released.
I have not watched this yet.
This is the interactive
It's not out
movie.
yet. That's probably
okay.
why.
And this is the interactive movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I did hear something about this. Okay.
Cool.
So I saw in the trailer, I was like, they say, will Robin die? Will Robin survive? You know, I was like, is this like Joker broadcasting it? You know what I mean? I was like, is this what's happening? And then no, it's completely interactive. And deciding on what you pick is how the story's going to go.
So it's like a Black Mirror Netflix kind of situation where you choose your own adventure?
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or that,
so,
that Kimmy Schmidt episode.
Or the Kimmy Schmidt episode, which I never watched.
I haven't seen it yet either.
But I love me some Kimmy
that's
Schmidt.
season 2, Kimmy Schmidt, right? That's not in season 1.
I think it's
like
season
season-
3.
I was going to say, I don't think it's even season 1
I've
or
only
2.
seen season 1. Sorry.
You're good.
Sorry. But like, so there's different things you can choose. So like they have a shot of Red Hood. So obviously at one point you could choose that route. And there's
Kill him
another
so it becomes Red Hood.
Exactly. And then there's another shot of him. It looks good. Different actors playing Batman though. It's the guy. Oh my God. I'll forget his name.
Are
Is
we
it worth
talking
the
about
Google?
an animated movie?
Yeah.
We are.
Okay. I'm just
God damn it, Megan.
Now the papers are falling from the ceiling.
Yeah, this is 100% animated, but the DC universe, when they do those animated features, they are
Yeah.
top notch.
Yeah, they're. I mean, that's really where it's at.
That's
I
the
think
one
yeah,
point
the-
that I think Marvel can't touch them on.
No,
Marvel
no.
doesn't put out good animated features.
So
No.
I was wondering where does it say where this is going to be released? Is this a streaming thing? Is
No,
this
I think it's going to be DVD because, like,
Yeah.
I immediately when I
It
saw
is
it, I
DVD.
immediately went on to see where, like, when it's actually releasing. I hope that's in your news.
Here's a little clip from it. The DC released a trailer for Batman: Death in the Family, and the animated adaptation of the now comic iconic Batman storyline from the 1980s. In a big twist, DC is taking the page from Netflix's Black Mirror by offering fans an interactive movie experience. Will essentially let viewers relive the acclaimed Batman Under the Red Hood animated movie from 2010. Only this time, DC fans will have the ability to control how that story plays out. And as you see in the trailer above, which you can go on and look because it's on the page, this is going to be an interesting experiment with Batman lore and the DC animated movie experience. So we'll see. I'm not hyped about this, honestly. I don't
Yeah.
like. I tell the story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just get it
Yeah,
done.
that's kind of what I said. Like, that's why, like, what I commented with was it's as if they didn't really know how they wanted to write it, so they wrote it pretty much in every avenue,
Yeah.
and then we get to choose. And
Yeah.
I think that it's like, and that's another one of those things. Like I said last week, take it for what it is. It's something that's different. It's something that's new. Take it for what it is, and you know, watch it. The 5 different variations that you can. I mean, I don't know how many times you get to choose which path it goes, but
Yeah, I wonder how far and wide this
yeah,
thing
and
can
is
go.
it like
Yeah.
several times in the movie? You're like, okay, this is the road that you get to choose A
It's
or
just
B.
one question. Do you want to
Yeah.
kill Robin?
Right.
Just over and
Over
over
and
again.
over and over again.
Hell yeah, I do.
But I think, I mean, I'm not like stoked about it, but I think it's going to be kind of cool. I mean, it's
almost-
definitely something we'll probably pick
It's almost
up.
like Telltale was like, nah, I don't want to make this one. No, just make it a
Yeah.
DVD interactive movie.
Yeah.
But here's some 2 really cool ideas. Let's write them both and let the fans decide. I mean, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of one that's like, write something, give it to me, and I'll I'll appreciate it for what it is. But it is different, and especially now, kind of like in today's world where the world is basically shutting down around us. It's kind of cool to have something random and new.
Here's my
We
problem.
have some power finally.
Here's my problem with interactive movies, right? Let's say I see it. I choose the way of the comic book. I want to see
Yeah.
Red Hood, so I go that way. You go a different way. You want to see the alteration where Robin lives and everything goes great. How do you do the sequel?
Exactly. I just
Yeah.
Maybe you don't.
How do you continue
I don't
the
really
story?
like these because just I mean, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to do something, like you said, they're trying to do something different. They're trying to do something to kind of stay in front of
Exciting and
everybody
new,
else.
yeah.
Marvel
Yeah.
hasn't done this yet.
Yeah.
So
Did you do the Black Mirror
no, I haven't done
interactive
any
movie?
of these.
I did. It kind of makes it so
Does it lead you a little bit?
it leads you a lot. So you try to do
It's like,
different-
do you want to do this?
like, do you want to bury the guy
this.
in the backyard? And then there's like, okay, yeah, I don't want to bury him. I just want to go to the front
You
door.
hit no.
And
Are
this
you
guy's
sure?
like, you don't got a body in your backyard, do you? And you're like, oh crap. Okay, I got to go bury
I
the.
picked the wrong
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, it just leads you. It's not. I
Well-
think no matter what, it's going to end up. Being
How about the person that completely
Core
goes
story.
by the law? Do you want to kill this man? No, I don't.
That is the most boring movie
Right.
of all time.
Do you call the police or do you run? I call the authorities.
Well,
Credits.
while we're not sure where this is going to be, I can take a wild guess where it's not going to be. The DC Universe streaming service, which has recently stopped taking yearly memberships and is only accepting month to month,
which is indicative of
which is a very bad sign.
Yep.
We've talked about this.
I think it's all going to HBO Max,
Yep.
which we've talked about on this before.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'd be okay with it.
So we're good on that one. Yeah, move on. Next one. We're talking
Next
about
topic. Whoosh. We never did the whoosh that
Moon
we talked
Knight.
about.
Moon Knight.
What about him?
He's helps transform the Marvel universe. I don't know how. There's a little bit of news coming out with Moon Knight. There's been a rumored casting. You look like you've heard this. Have you heard it?
I have not.
Have you heard it?
Is it Zac Efron?
It's not.
Okay.
It's
Then
the
she
boy.
doesn't care.
It's the boy who lived. It's the boy with the scar on his head.
Oh.
Daniel Radcliffe.
I don't know about. Okay, maybe.
Man, I don't know.
He played that one role with the devil.
Horns.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, like, I can kind of see
I thought you
him
were
maybe being a little.
He was in a movie called Horns.
Guns
he was
Akimbo.
in a movie
Guns
called
Akimbo.
Swiss Army Man, and that's the one I want to see, Guns Akimbo.
I'm just stuck
I saw it.
on Harry Potter. I haven't seen him really in anything else. I just know that you liked the Horns movie, didn't you? Didn't you see that one?
Yeah, it looked good. It looked good. I haven't seen the whole
you haven't
thing.
seen
I've
it,
seen
okay.
parts of it, but it looks good.
I don't know. I just personally haven't seen him outside of
The
being
kid can
Harry
act.
Potter.
That's just it.
Yeah, he really can.
He can
really
act.
can.
He-
But
he's-
then there's a point where can talent take you past casting? When you have a comic book character, you're actually casting them to a preset outline of a human being. Like
Yeah.
Superman.
so can he fit
Yeah.
in the Moon Knight box? Is
I don't.
what you're
I
asking.
don't think so.
I don't know
Yeah.
enough about Moon
I could be
Knight to
wrong.
really say so.
I could be wrong.
Right. I don't.
I mean-
I don't know a ton about Moon Knight.
I've seen some really funny excerpts of Moon Knight, which make me excited.
Here's something interesting. In his most recent comic book, Moon Knight. Spoiler alert! If you're a big Moon Knight fan,
Oh,
he
no.
Oh, you
kills- he
Mooninites.
killed Mephisto.
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
he went down to hell and killed Mephisto with
That's pretty.
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
What?
Yeah, now you want
Like
to read it, don't you?
he wielded.
I guess you'll have to read the
Got her
book.
all tripped up.
She's gonna go into Emerald
I'll
City.
be in Emerald City.
Be like, hi,
as
just
they
give
open.
me the damn thing.
I need it. I'll read it here. I'll pay for it later.
They're gonna. We don't know what you're talking about. Give me the fucking Moon Knight.
Damn thing.
Call security.
Yeah, someone get her out of here. We've got that for you, ma'am. Just wait 5 minutes.
It's outside in the unmarked car.
At the time you're listening to this, next bit of news, Moon Knight. We don't really have much to go into that. At the time you're listening to this, last Friday, Umbrella Academy season 2 went out.
I thought it came out on the 31st.
But the time this episode airs
Oh fuck.
will not be the 31st.
As in last.
You will be listening to something
know
that happened
calendar
back
days.
in time. So, on the 31st, in the future, which is the past,
Oh, coincides with our theme for the day.
Diving into Flashpoint.
yes,
now.
Umbrella Academy will have launched, and we most likely will have binged the
yeah,
whole
we
damn
probably have
thing.
already watched it as you're listening to
Yep.
this.
So, yeah, that's cool. I'm excited for
I'll
that.
catch up eventually.
You son of a... Have you seen Umbrella Academy?
That's
I
a
watched
no.
the first. Well, I watched the first like 6 episodes or so.
And then he stopped.
Right
I
when
have
it
a-
started to get good, I was like, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah, what the hell is this?
Is that a monkey?
Character development and actual entertaining story.
They actually do have some of that,
They
which is
do.
surprising
Yeah.
for that kind of a show. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
expect it to be another X-Men
I was-
crapshoot.
In the beginning, I was kind of getting a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen vibe.
Yeah.
From
Yep.
it. And then I was like,
You know, that's
No.
a good analogy for that. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen minus whoever's organizing the whole thing.
yeah. It's like if they
That's
made
true.
it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of what you expect, and I thought this was a great ensemble. All those characters have great arcs throughout
Yeah.
that season 1.
And
Even
some
the
pretty dope
villains.
powers.
Yeah, yeah.
sure
So
do.
that was exciting. But I'm excited to see season 2. Hopefully, we'll go out and review that pretty soon when Mark watches.
Catches up.
I'm gonna
the
binge it
whole
all.
thing. You're a cyborg. Just download it.
Enter memory
Anyway,
banks.
next month, we finally, and we don't have to jump forward in time. This will still be next month. We will get the first trailer from the rebooted Dune movie.
Oh no.
Yeah, Dune got rebooted. Jason Momoa, Josh Brolin.
Okay.
Isn't there a comic, like a graphic novel?
No,
Dune?
it's a historic movie.
You sure?
There is a comic for it, but
Okay.
it started out as a movie.
So I've
There's
never
also a-
seen Dune.
There's also a comic for Willow.
Me neither.
Yeah, I've seen Willow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just
For
they
some
do that
reason, I
thing.
really loved Willow as a kid. I don't know
I
why.
love Willow.
I think it was one of the only VHSs we had, so I watched it like 150 times.
Until the tape runs.
Has anybody here seen Dune?
No.
I've seen it a long time ago. I don't really.
I have probably seen it on the TV, but never been interested
So
in
the-
like
It's
you know what I mean.
super slow paced.
So the
It's
only
like-
person who's seen it went, oh. So that's not a good
We got to
sign.
remake this.
I'm excited. I actually am. This is a big epic movie. You know what I mean? Let's see if
but-
they
and
do
the-
it right.
and
Give it a chance.
The cast that you just listed off sounds enough for us to dive in and
So,
take a look at it.
Dune is essentially about an alien planet where they mine salts.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes, and they travel on gigantic worms.
That's pretty cool. But is
I'm in.
Momoa just going to act like a bro?
No, Momoa is one of the more serious characters. Now this is on a different alien planet, correct? And I believe there's a conflict between some of the people there and some of the people doing the mining. And I believe Momoa's character is on the side of the population. He's kind of the reluctant hero. I don't know.
The reluctant 6'9", muscle.
Guys, I don't know why you keep picking me for all these spots.
Yeah. Me, the hero? I could never.
I'll never take
As
on
everybody
this.
else is like
Jason,
hunched
we
over.
just saw you punch somebody's head off their shoulders. You're the guy.
You're the guy that's going to take on these tiny British dudes.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what? When they were getting ready to redo Mad Max,
Tiny British
I'm like,
dudes.
why? Like, everything's good. Just leave it as is. But I love the new one. I love
Yeah.
Fury Road. So, all right, I'll give this
That's actually
a shot.
what I was going to say. Is like that was the last movie that I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And Mad Max Fury Road was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good movie. So I'm hoping for the same thing. I guess that's why I've got some optimism for it. On to the next one. We're talking about the Fantastic Four. A big
I saw
change.
this on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
And I figured you were going to hate this.
No, I don't hate it at all.
Really?
I think it's great.
I think it's great, too.
MCU's Fantastic Four will start off with a major character to that team already in existence, which is Franklin Richards, which is Sue and Reed's child.
I
So
love it.
we're
'Cause
going
it
to be meeting.
differentiates everything.
We're going to be
And
meeting
that
Uncle
confirms-
Johnny Storm.
Oh, wow.
and that
Uncle John.
confirms that we're not going to see they're not together and the marriage and all
Yeah.
that stuff that we were talking about.
We got
during
an
that.
established team and
Yes.
established family.
Tired news.
Oh.
That's a tired story,
Like
man.
seeing,
Stop
Uncle Ben
telling me how
die
the
again.
Fantastic Four get together. At this point, my children know how they get together.
Well, how they got together was Sue
Yeah. Sure.
and that other guy. What's his name? The Mr. Richards?
Billy.
Mr. Richards? Billy Richards?
Yeah.
They got together one day, and I'm not really going to go through with this.
They were playing. They were at a competitive mahjong tournament somewhere in Chinatown.
Yes.
And
Well, according to the 1994 movie, she was like 12 and he was 22, and he's like, I'll see you in 10 years.
Yeah. Hey,
speaking
girl.
of the 1994 movie, that will be brought into contention next week
It's bad, goddammit.
as we the movie that won't die, as we discuss that with our friends over at Movies, Films, and Flicks. But anyway, here's a quote I wanted to read. And I this is about the whole franchise, and I thought, we'll just read this and then we'll move on. The Fantastic Four are a family, and that means more than just a husband, wife, brother, and a best friend. In the MCU, Kevin Feige wants a fresh look at the Fantastic Four, one that pays homage towards comic book roots by adding new polish to what Fox had initially attempted, but failed. Thank you. Yeah.
Ouch.
In a lot of people's eyes, mine included. According to sources, there will be no waiting for Franklin Richards. Sue and Reed's young son, the current plan is to have Franklin already with them in the initial movie onwards. Immediately, the Fantastic Four will look different than any other superhero team in live action as they have a kid, a child with extraordinary powers himself. Marvel Studios will like to spin off Franklin for a Power Pack series on Disney Plus too.
Oh, I like that.
Huh.
I don't know enough child actors to try and guess who would play him. So,
Well, there's Macaulay Culkin and
Yeah,
everyone
well,
else.
I mean,
Tom Holland.
Macaulay Culkin. Have you seen him lately?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he likes indie wrestling in a big way. He's a big fan
Yeah.
of the show. Macaulay, thank you so much for your continued support. We love you, buddy. Thanks for
when you
listening.
say his first name just like that, it sounds like it's not a real name.
No,
Well,
him
they're
and Kieran are
yeah.
brothers, and they listen to the show together, and
Personally,
they send me
yeah.
feedback.
I call him McCulk.
Yeah.
McCulk, yeah, that
McCulk
sounds
way
better
back.
than Macaulay.
McCulk.
Macaulay is
Them
when you
cults.
say
He
it,
calls
this is
him that
his
unless that they're at the zoo and there are macaques around. Then you don't want to. That's a story you don't want to follow.
The old McCulk and macaque story.
Yep.
Oh gosh,
Not again.
not again. No.
So last bit of news, and this is calling out our friend Nick Engelhardt, is a listener of the show, an actual real listener of the show.
Yeah, he really.
Listen
is.
here, you son of a bitch.
Don't push him off like everyone
Oh,
else.
that's
How are you doing today?
We're talking Godzilla versus Kong. Apparently, there's been kind of a, I want to call it a spoiler, I guess. You know how when you have some of these big iconic movies, and
Well, the whole movie got pushed back like a
the
year.
toys start dropping, and when the toys start dropping, you're like, oh no.
Yeah, like the Power Ranger stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a
so
different
apparently
one, though.
there is a new monster that they have brought together, and I'll link this photo. It does have the skin crawler or whatever it was, but they show a lot of stuff. The monster in question is called Warbat. And it
Is
has
there a
a
picture of the Warbat?
It's
The
an
Warbat?
awful, that's an awful name.
Let's see. I could find him right here. He's a little
Is
red
this an
fella.
original character?
Excuse me, producers of the show, please tell us if that is that an original character? They're shaking their head no. They don't know.
But
Rob-
the,
Rob
the,
left.
the aggressive mongoose is an original character that will be appearing.
I'm going to copy this picture and steal it, and we'll go ahead and put it up. But yeah, he looks like a giant dragon with red wings. And we all kind of have the idea of this movie, right? We all kind of think it's going to go one way, in a sense. Godzilla and King Kong, they're not going to like each other. They're going to fight for 20 minutes, and then something else is going to show up, and they're both going to take it
tag
on.
team it. Yep.
I would love
they're
for
gonna be
us to
best
all be
friends.
wrong.
I tried to look it up, and I typed in Warbat, and what came up was Warbat with cream, which is an Arabic sweet pastry similar to baklava, and I'm very interested now. Guys, please.
Wow, this studio
God.
audience is going nuts for that one, man.
Are you guys 6 feet apart? Please make sure you're 6 feet apart. Wear your masks.
Okay, so all right, that's the last bit of news that I had. Nick wants to come on and debate who we think is going to win.
I think
He
that'd be
is
super.
no spoiler. He is in Team Godzilla's corner. I am in Team Kong's corner. So
What about Warbat?
I know. I want to be in Warbat's corner.
Warbat's
okay, well,
corner.
you
I'm
guys
Team
can,
Mechagodzilla.
Let me see the picture first before I'm
yeah, right.
endorsing him.
It's just a big bat.
It's
wing.
a bat.
Warbat is just like
Yeah.
one of those experimental things where the scientists come out like, we have a Warbat, and it's a regular bat with just armor that it can't even flap its wings
Yeah.
with.
It's
He
just an
just
extra-
kind of sits on the floor.
This hurts
Yeah.
so much.
He like painfully is flapping. Yeah, he's not getting up. That armor's
Yeah.
pretty heavy.
You
It's
hear him
just
from a mile away because you hear it creaking.
Right.
It's a bat with a third wing, which completely throws off the aerodynamics.
Yeah.
there.
It's like, yo,
Which way does it weigh?
Warbat's
Yeah.
hanging up in his. He's hanging up in his cave, and then you just hear like a clink, like a soda falling off of a 30-story building. Like, well, Warbat is not in commission right now.
He
Anyway,
lost his grip.
Shall
So,
we dive into the
yeah,
topic
shall we go
at
back
hand?
to the future that is the past, that is our current future, that we must change in order to save the past of Flashpoint? Has anyone read Flashpoint before coming into the studio today?
I read it a long time ago.
You
back
read
in
it
the-
yesterday.
I read it yesterday, and yeah.
I read it way back in the day, and then I read it yesterday.
Yeah.
So good.
You just read it
I
yesterday?
was so happy with it.
Again.
Well, I read it
I
again
also
yesterday.
I also read all the
Yeah, this motherfucker
World
right
of
here.
Flashpoint side stories as well. That's like almost 70 issues.
He read
I read-
all of them in preparation
I didn't
for the
read
podcast.
all of them. I didn't read all of them. I read
Right.
almost half.
So-
roughly half.
I'm assuming the Flashpoint side stories, I haven't read them. I'm assuming they focus on Shazam.
I think there's a
probably
Shazam one.
for each side.
Yeah.
Aquaman, Wonder Woman.
There's two. Yeah, there's an Aquaman one. There's a Aquawoman, Wonder Woman one, Aquaman.
The Renegades. What are they called?
Yeah, the
Resistance.
Resistance.
Yeah.
There's a Resistance
Yeah.
one. There is a one shot with the what's it called? The cricket. The fuck's his name?
The cricket?
The crustacean cricket or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the one. The
Can I
one
see that comic?
Yeah, he's one from the Resistance, isn't he?
yeah.
He's one of the, let me see that, the thing?
Yeah,
you know?
he's right here in
So
the back.
are these?
I'm assuming another one follows Thomas Wayne.
Are these
There
all?
is. That's the
Gotta be.
Night of Vengeance, I believe. That
Okay.
one, that one's
So
called.
these off stories are
Yeah.
all kind of like what's happening at the same time
Yeah,
with
so
all these different groups.
It's everything
oh,
that
shit.
everything
Okay.
that happens around this event. This
You're
Flashpoint
familiar
event.
with this, whether you know it or not. Like, we're talking about Absolute Carnage, and then there's the Deadpool Absolute Carnage,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
there's the Screen Absolute. That's this for Flashpoint.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like I want to now knowing that it's like I want to know
This-
what all happened.
the
Superman.
Canterbury Cricket.
This is the
Canterbury
Canterbury
Cricket.
Cricket. That's it. That was a one shot.
That sounds like a pie.
That already sounds good.
Canterbury cricket. I don't
It
know
might.
why.
It might be a pie.
Yes.
Maybe I just ate a pie and I didn't read a comic book. I don't know. That would not be the first
You
time.
just ate a cricket, actually.
Oh, that's
A
true.
cricket pie. Ugh.
Yeah, anybody out there who knows about Canterbury Cricket, pie, please
I
let
love
us
Cadbury
know.
cream eggs. Is that close?
No, it's not close. at all.
Okay. So spoiler alert for Flashpoint. Are we going right into
I
it?
say we spoil the hell out of it.
Well, this comic book is
Just
15 years old.
Ray, I don't know how many of the episodes you've listened to. Typically,
He's
when
never
we
heard of
dive
it
into
before.
a story like this, we
Yeah.
absolutely go over everything. We don't leave spoilers off the table, except for when
Which,
we did
like,
Saga.
and when we
covered
did the Long
Saga.
Halloween, last week we went over Long Halloween and kind of the things we enjoyed about it, but we
Yeah.
didn't obviously spoil.
I'll
the
just
end
put a
of it.
general spoiler alert out there.
I mean,
Yeah.
Flashpoint's been around since God. When did that
Was
come
this like
out? 2012.
2002? Was it?
2002.
I thought it was earlier than that. Hold
Am I
on.
way
I
off?
thought it was older than that.
I think
too.
we're both off.
I read it when it came out.
2011. I'm way off.
Yeah, okay, I was right.
But that's
There you
okay.
go.
No, you weren't. You said 2012. You weren't right.
I was off by a year.
Because
You
we
were.
only thing we really left out of the Long Halloween was the very end
And I'll tell you what,
on purpose.
as far as
Because there's
this,
an nice little whoop at
Right,
the end.
and it's
Yeah.
it's just
I mean,
it's
It's been spoiled. I mean, CW spoiled it, sort
Right.
of.
If
Yeah,
you
if you've
haven't-
seen The Flash,
if you haven't read
anywhere,
it by now, and you're
there's an
picking up a
animated movie about
podcast-
this specific story too.
And
I
that's
wanted to
what I'm
watch
saying.
that because I've never
Me too.
seen it.
Me
Yeah,
too.
I haven't
I've
seen
never
it
watched
I've
either.
seen it. It's actually fairly faithful.
Yeah,
Really?
To be honest,
yeah, it's really good.
As
the
soon as they
main-
added Paradox to the end, I'm like, what did they change?
But yeah,
That's
if,
the
I
problem,
mean, if you
I
haven't
think.
picked this up and read it yet, and there's all these spoiling options out there, and you've avoided them, then you probably shouldn't listen to a podcast
Yeah.
spoiling.
If you're a DC
Read
fan,
the title. I mean, come on. You
Yeah.
downloaded this episode. Sorry, don't mean to yell at you. Anyways, live your life.
if you're a DC fan and you haven't read Flashpoint, then I have no idea what you're reading because this is like
Right.
this is like the only. Oh, well, this was shortly before the New 52 reboot nonsense.
This caused the New 52 reboot, didn't it?
Yeah, it caused a lot of
But
problems.
this is the Flash story.
Yeah, it's
if
really
you
good.
ask anybody,
Yes.
hey, I'm wanting to look up on the Flash. What should I check
Mhm.
out? I guarantee you they'll tell you Flashpoint.
Flashpoint.
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
Flash has always been my favorite DC character, period.
Yeah.
And I didn't read a ton of comics, but I knew about the. How do you not know, right? And I just loved his power set. I loved him in the Justice League animated series. I loved him in some of his shoot stuff. He's typically kind of a funny guy,
Yeah.
but there's a lot more depth to Flash than just that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even in the CW show, they kind of touched into a little bit of his actual character background
Right.
and stuff. And they actually did a decent job, at least the first 2 or 3
I was going to
seasons.
say we've talked about it before in the show, the whole Arrowverse, where it's always the first 2 seasons are
Yeah,
great, and then it
yeah.
just kind of falls apart
Yep.
after
like, we
that.
don't know what
Same thing happened with Arrow.
Yeah,
Yep.
we don't know what to do anymore. So the costumes get a little better each time, but the actual
Yeah.
story does not.
Like season 1, it was just basically a long version of Flashpoint with all the side stuff cut out.
Yep.
And then season 2 was like, well, he reset everything, so we'll just do it all again, but with a
Yeah.
twist. And then he redid it again. Then like,
Now-
well, I don't know what the hell to do.
Let's
for
do
season
the
3.
same thing we did last season, but this guy wears all black. That's pretty much
it.
Pretty much it.
I was
Yeah,
so
yeah.
excited when Zoom showed up. Anyways,
He was cool looking.
yeah,
That was
he
the
was.
interesting
cool
thing
looking.
because Zoom, I saw something the other day and it was Zoom in the Reverse Flash get up, and I was like, wait a minute,
Mm.
that's not Zoom. And I found out, no, you're wrong. That's Zoom.
There's Professor
different-
Zoom, and then
yeah.
there's another Zoom, and it's ridiculous.
There's
One has
Dr. Zoom, there's Zoom
Dr. Zoom.
Esquire.
there's
Zoomy Zoom.
Yeah.
Zoom Charles.
Zoom
Barrett.
attorney at
Zoom,
law.
Zoom. What's that song? Sorry.
Please, guys, forgive her.
There's Zoom Rodriguez.
Zoom Rodriguez.
There is the online
Yeah.
meeting software. There is.
That's probably the most prominent one right now.
Mhm.
Yeah. But this, Flash.
Okay, let's get into
Yeah.
Flashpoint.
Yes, let's do it.
I love it. I just love the predicament that he's kind of put into.
I-
You know what I mean?
I love
It
Flash
doesn't
in
really.
the story.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's just the epitome of the Flash.
Yep.
And I love Thomas Wayne Batman.
I do
I'm a huge
too.
fan of
yeah.
Thomas Wayne Batman.
I was gonna say, who wants to go around and say who their favorite
You have
character
to
was in
read.
Flashpoint?
Okay, I'll say my
Thomas
first.
Wayne is
Oh
my favorite.
yeah.
You have to read Night of Vengeance then.
Okay.
It's three.
I
It's
will,
only 3 issues. I think. Yeah, it's only 3 issues.
I will find it.
Yeah.
I'll be cheesy. Barry Allen. He's
Yeah.
my absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's Barry.
I can get behind that, but anytime Thomas Wayne as Batman was on the page, I was like, "Ooh, here we go!"
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? Like
Dr. Batman
I
to you.
just because like I loved seeing that side.
I love
like,
depressive
I just,
people.
and I loved how he was like, "Fuck it, I'm throwing Harley Quinn off the roof." That's
Oh yeah,
her.
Yo-Yo.
That's him. That's
So okay, people talk about the Zack Snyder movies and how Batman has been portrayed as basically a murderer, and you see why everybody compares it to this Batman
Yeah.
rather than the regular Batman.
Yeah.
Because
They're
it is more this
very
Batman than
different.
anything
Yes.
else.
Yes.
So,
But
when-
you're also looking at an alternate version of Batman, whereas that is the movie.
do you think Zack Snyder read this and
universe
went,
Batman.
"Oh, Batman kills? Awesome! All right,
Yeah.
throwing people off roofs.
Bat
All
guns,
right,
let's do some
because he
bat
literally
guns. That's the
throws
thing.
somebody off a
Yeah.
roof in
Yeah.
almost every movie.
Yeah, Bat Guns to me, I was like, that's when in that movie, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
I know Batman has to be able to contribute, but come on.
Alfred, give me the Bat machine gun.
Alfred, give me the Bat 50 cal. Give me the Bat cal.
Bat guns.
So, how did you feel as a big fan of Wonder Woman and Aquaman? How did you guys feel about the war between the Atlanteans?
I thought it was dope.
I think
mean,
the
I'm-
Atlanteans were going to bring the smoke, baby. They were going to come kill everybody.
Oh yeah,
I think the Atlanteans have a distinct advantage in that fight.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of would have to agree
Yeah.
with that.
They were going to sink
I
a
don't know.
city. Come fight us down here, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
you
true.
can't survive down here. I'm literally going to corrupt everything.
but they
Right,
have
yeah.
invisible jets.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
If,
Yeah, the,
if,
the
well, I mean, but if
invisible
Aquaman
They're in the
doesn't-
invisible
if
Air
Aquaman
Force.
doesn't want to fight, he's like, we'll just chill down here.
Yep.
They're not going to be able to do
yeah, they
anything.
can't come to
That's
us.
But they fucking killed Hal Jordan so quick.
I know. There are a couple of characters.
I'm going to use that missile that.
And then you never see him again. You see
Yeah.
him
Yeah.
being announced as dead, and I was
then
kind of
he
like,
died. And it's
Well,
like,
here's the funny thing is, Megan looks at me and goes, Hal Jordan's
Jordan.
Green Lantern, right? And I was like, yeah. She's like, okay.
yeah, right back to reading. I was
it's
like,
having
oh,
fun
yes.
now, man.
Well,
they just freaking waxed his
I
ass.
would have loved this so much more if I didn't know the ending to it.
yeah.
When I first read it, I knew the ending to it as well.
Yeah.
That it was Barry's fault for everything. And I can only imagine
That
reading
was-
this entire thing
that-
and then getting there.
That is the greatest twist, though.
It's
because-
so good.
yeah,
Because he's
that's-
so laser focused on this fucking guy. He's ruining everything for everybody.
No, he's not.
Turn a little
No,
introspective.
he's- Well,
it
she-
was me all along.
She looks at me and goes, oh, so Reverse Flash is the bad guy, huh? And I go, nope.
Nope, he gets stuck with a sword.
Yep. He is
that
not.
was pretty badass.
That was
Which
great.
I loved. I absolutely loved what Batman said to him in that moment. It's
Yeah.
way there in the back, of course. But I loved when Batman stabbed him and he was like, "Yeah, well, I can," because he's talking to Barry Allen about
Yeah.
how he can't kill him or whatever. And he's like, "Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I
he was
can."
so engulfed in the theatrics.
Right.
Yeah.
He was
This is
I
your
think,
fault. He was embellishing, like he was just absorbing that situation because he could finally fuck over Barry the way. He wanted
well, to him, Barry was finally the fucking
Yeah.
bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like,
You
"This
know what?
is your
This
story."
is finally you, man.
Yep.
and
he was
he could finally kill him. You
in
know?
that one of my favorite lines in any superhero thing was from The Incredibles, where he's like, "You son of a bitch, you caught me monologuing." Thomas Wayne caught him monologuing, baby. He did. He's sitting there like, "Flash, this is your fault, and this is why. You ruined everything, and I'm so happy to explain it to you." And in the middle of that, he's like, "Burp. Sorry, little oh God, no!"
Pardon me. There's a sword coming out of the front of me.
Yeah.
Were you a fan of the Bat computer being like an old IBM?
Yes,
was-
absolutely.
It's like you got a faster
I was
computer?
a fan of Wayne Manor in general.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looking
Yeah.
disheveled and like an old castle and looking
Just
shitty.
like he's given up.
Yeah.
Which is another visual that's been
Yeah.
used in the Zack Snyder movies,
Yeah.
where Wayne Manor is just falling apart.
Yep.
I'll tell you what they didn't use.
Mm.
They didn't use Penguin as his Alfred. If you read the side issues, there's actually Penguin actually becomes like his Alfred.
Really?
Yeah, he's like his right hand man.
Copperpot.
Yeah,
Is it?
Cobblepot.
Is it Oswald?
It is
Cobblepot?
Oswald. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so he becomes this like
Not a
right-hand
different
man.
version. It's actually okay.
Yeah, it's the alternate version of him, but it's funny because he opens a casino, Wayne,
Mm-hmm.
and he opens this big elaborate casino in Gotham because he wants to bring the crime to him.
That's smart.
So it's funny because this Batman is not like Bruce, where Bruce is like, I need to do the right thing.
Yeah,
You know,
It's
this,
all
that's
about
what I
honor.
this is for my parents.
Honoring my parents.
He's just about finding the Joker.
You know what? I actually love that too. In
Yeah.
finding the Joker. Now, in other iterations, isn't the Joker in this universe Martha Wayne?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
I love
That's
that.
the end of the 3 issues there.
Love that.
Yeah.
But I think this Batman, it's very well done because if you look at Batman from the eyes of a child or a kid,
Yeah.
in this instance, Bruce, kids are always thinking about stopping crime and
Yeah.
da. You ask that kid's dad,
Yep.
what would you do? I'd
Yeah.
fucking kill him.
And that's what at being an
This world
adult,
sucks.
obviously. Yeah.
Yep.
It's like being an adult, obviously, with that mindset. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was
Yeah.
like seeing Batman in a different and I'm doing air quotes. I feel like I should say that.
It is a podcast. It is an audio platform.
I know, but being that quote Batman, seeing that variation of him, it really, like you said, it really like hones in the meaning of being a parent and how you would react if something like that happened to your child.
Yep.
And the fact that Barry is like, I can go back and change this, and Bruce would do this, and and he just keeps bringing it up, and Thomas Wayne is just like, please fix this, because I want him to live, and I can die.
There was
and that's
a
all
line,
he wanted.
There was a line at the end where he's like, Flash is actually forgetting
his
Yeah.
memories.
Yeah, he's starting to forget.
He's having those weird flashbacks, and
Well, all the timelines are
Flashbacks.
coming together in his mind.
Yeah.
He's losing the old one and
Yeah.
having memories from the new one, and he's like, "Shit! If I keep going, I'm not going to remember
gonna
what I'm
know
supposed to
what's
do."
real.
Thomas is like, just let this world burn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just let it burn.
Who cares?
He's like,
Do
it's
what-
already
yeah.
hell. So
Yeah, I loved that. And the one thing that I don't think a lot of people would associate Flash with is how fucking determined he was to get his power back.
oh my God, that was so cool. I forgot about that.
I was like, let's go. Like, because that's, people just think of Flash as the fast guy.
Yeah.
He was like, no, I got struck by lightning. So, bro, we got to go outside, hook up the electric chair. You got to get me struck by lightning.
Yeah.
And he gets struck, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like,
And
over
then when he
over.
comes back, he is covered in burns, and he's like,
it
let's
again."
get back outside, baby. Let's do it.
Yeah,
And
he's like
oh,
third
Flash.
degree burns on 75% of his body, I think.
Yeah, and Wayne is like,
Thomas
buddy,
Wayne's-
I don't know how you can do
you
this.
really should.
He's like, I got this.
But in the end, Thomas is like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, and
Well,
when
Thomas
it
is-
finally works, like Thomas, well, Batman's face is just like, what?
Well,
the
Thomas is
fuck?
kind of like you said. He's willing to say, I don't care if you die, because if
Yeah.
if
If
it
Bruce
does
comes
work,
back, cool.
right? If it does
I'll
work,
kill everybody.
then Bruce can come back. So go ahead, kill yourself.
Yeah.
But if you kill yourself, I don't care about you anyway. So just go ahead and die.
Yeah.
Why?
I got
why
really
do you have
nothing to
why do you
lose.
have this uniform in your ring?
Oh my god.
I was like, why is this in here? And of course, it's
Reverse
flashes, and he
Yeah.
was like, reverse flash.
That son of a
Damn
bitch.
you!
So is there a time somewhere where Reverse Flash is like pulling the suit out of the ring and tucking the new one in? Like,
I
this is
think-
gonna fuck with him so
I
much.
imagined it too.
The Reverse Flash has a flash ring too.
Yeah, he does, and I think
But I'm with you. It's
I
funny
think he
to
did
explain.
that on purpose.
Yeah.
I, think
I
he
can't
was-
wait to see his face.
Right when he knew Flash couldn't have his powers in this timeline, and he was there. I think he's like, I'm gonna go put this in his pocket for when he remembers.
And then he's
And
running
so-
around naked this whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
nobody's gonna see him.
It's called the Flash.
That's true.
Can you imagine that? Like 6 or 7 people just sitting out on a patio. So one guy's like, "Did you guys just
Did you
see
feel
the,
that?
the naked guy?"
Just
wearing
glimpse in and
socks.
out.
No, there's no naked guy. Like Thawne knows what's happening. He stops, like poses for half a
Just
second.
for one guy.
There he was.
Wearing nothing but socks and running shoes.
He's not wearing anything. He's got these little lightning things. His eyes were red. I don't know.
I could picture him in ankle socks and nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the
No,
nudist
he's in
man
he's in
alive.
business socks for sure.
Business.
Yeah.
Business.
With the little darters.
It's business
A
time.
little Argyle pattern maybe.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely.
Red and yellow.
Another. So there really isn't. Well, he's a pivotal point, but there's not much Superman in this.
No, and that's the perfect amount of Superman.
Yeah, that's
really
all the
is.
Superman we need.
I do like the
Yeah.
covert operation named Operation Superman.
I did kind of like that. Yeah, super.
Nobody
With
will catch on to
nobody
this.
knowing about Superman,
And
that
he's
was a good name
subject
for it.
one. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a good little side story with that too. There's a Project Superman series, 3 issues.
Cyborg plays
Yeah.
a huge
I
part in this.
I like that.
And I like his relationship with not only Batman but
Mm-hmm.
Shazam and all the kids, and trying to keep everybody kind of.
Reading this again
Yeah.
after seeing Justice League made me realize how much I liked Cyborg and how much I hate that Cyborg was portrayed in the movies.
Yeah, that
'Cause
movie
I
was
just-
a mess though.
Yeah, Ray Fisher, big fan of the show. He told me he wasn't happy with the way he was portrayed either.
Yeah, he didn't want to say booyah.
How stupid, Ray. Ray, if you're listening right now, how fucking stupid.
Go back
Why
to
would you
Broadway.
play arguably one of the biggest comic book characters in history and not want to say the tagline that the people want to hear? Why? Because you want to do an artsy cyborg?
artsy.
A hipster cyborg.
Yeah.
I just want to see Cyborg dressed as Bob Ross. With
There's nothing
full
wrong
denim
with
getup.
that, but like, come on, man. You're going to do service to the people who are paying their money to come see this movie, like the diehard cyborg
yeah,
fans
man.
out there. They want to hear that shit.
Yeah, all the kids that watch Teen Titans
I would
go.
booyah the shit out of that.
Hell
man.
yeah.
Booyah.
So,
I mean, like the Iron Man's walking up. I am Iron Man. People want to hear that.
I hate that line.
I'm sure you do.
Shut up.
I don't hate that line.
Yeah. Like it'd be like having a He-Man movie without the power of Grayskull ever getting.
Fuck that.
So, can we take this comic as it is and imagine it in the DCU now?
I would love to.
That's my next point.
Thomas,
we
can
talk about.
Thomas Wayne,
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
There's been. I was gonna say that's the rumored person to play Thomas
he played
Wayne.
Thomas Wayne in the 2 seconds in the beginning of Justice League.
Nice.
So I'd love to see that man playing this. Thomas Wayne.
He would be fantastic.
We'd see Jason Momoa and Gal Gadot.
Yes, they
Going
can
at
come
it.
back. They can come back.
That's a lot of
Yes.
sounds right there.
Gal Gadot.
Gal
Momoa.
Gadot.
Gado.
But I'd like to see them battle it out a little bit more if those two are going to be.
Yeah.
in
So
the
who do we
Yeah.
get to play Barry Allen?
Not the guy who punched a girl in the face
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ezra
the
Miller.
original
Ezra Miller
from-
He
punched
punched the girl in the
from the TV
face?
in
series.
public.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Honestly, though,
Really?
I don't like his Flash. I don't.
No, he's
I
too.
don't
He's
like-
too. Like I don't know. He's like they really pushed the ADD thing with him,
Yeah.
and it became annoying.
And I didn't like that he was generally scared of any time he had to get into anything. I was like,
Yeah.
my Flash in my head is not that.
Not
guy.
my Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't hate it if they just brought in Grant Gustin, but they're not going to do that.
that's not going to happen.
No, they would absolutely not do that.
I don't know who could play a good Barry Allen. Although Grant Gustin did do a good job. But Ezra
Daniel
Miller.
Radcliffe.
Hey,
Hey, just cast him in everything.
let's just call it kicking impossible. No, it's hard to cast that character, and they probably are going to end up just going with Ezra Miller. But my point about this was, this comic, I love it,
Mhm.
but at the same time I hate it because DC
I know where you're going with this.
DC has said now every time we have something we don't like, we'll just Flashpoint it.
Yeah,
And
I was gonna say that's definitely. I mean, what was it? Which
She could see
animated
the
one?
anger on my face.
Which one was that?
Apocalypse War,
Justice
right?
League Dark Apocalypse
Oh yeah, Dark.
War.
Okay, so
I
we're
was like,
watching it, and the whole time he was
Yeah.
like at the edge of his seat, and he was just making the faces and reactions, and then the end comes, and he's sitting
God.
there, and he. I know it sounded a little. Anyway,
no, keep going. I'm
but
liking
then
this.
at the end, it was like just as much awe was on his face, but then there was like the crowing anger in his eyebrows, and I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
And it was like 5 minutes before it
You
happened.
knew what was going
But
to
it's
happen.
like, and he
Felt
just
it coming.
kept talking about how good it was and how much he liked it, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden he was like, "But of course, they've just got to Flashpoint it, and they just fix everything that we just fucking watched." And it's like,
Have
kinda,
you
what's
seen
the point?
Justice League Dark Apocalypse War?
I did not.
You should.
I did not.
Are you
It is
DC?
very
Are you a DC
good.
fan?
Oh yeah,
You'll
Yeah.
enjoy it. You'll
It is very
thoroughly enjoy it. It's very good. And I'll tell you, the whole movie, I'm like, holy shit! How are they? Oh, I can't believe they're even showing me this. Like the stuff that's going on. I was like, how are they going to come back from that? Like, I was so excited to see where the DCU was going. I was like, man, this is heavy stuff right here. This is going to be so good. And then 5 minutes left, somebody just looks over at a sad Barry Allen, and I said, no, don't
my
fucking
God.
I
do
want to
this.
say it
I
was
have
like,
an idea.
I want to say it was like a minute and a half left. Like there was no time left.
Somebody who just walks up to Flash and goes, hey, you could fix all this.
Yeah.
And Flash is like, dude, I don't want to do this. Every time I go back in time, shit fucks up. You don't want me to do this. And he's like, well, can't be any better than what's going on right now. And Flash
Fine.
goes, okay. Gets up. And
then
then
it
everything
ends with him
flashes
running.
white and then goes to credits. And I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with Superman. It's just an easy out.
Yeah.
And it just, because when we watch these movies, we not only make a financial investment, we make a time investment.
Yep.
We're deciding to
An
sit down and watch
emotional
these
investment
movies.
sometimes.
Yes. Especially with those noises
Yeah.
coming from there.
I have never been so excited watching an animated feature like that. Never. And I was like, damn, this is the best one I've ever seen.
But that's the thing. You're invested. You
Yeah.
want to know what's
Yes.
going to happen
Yep.
next. And then you get cheated.
Yep.
And it gets pulled away from you.
Yep.
And it's an easy
Yeah.
out. It's like watching an entire movie, then, oh yeah, it was just a dream.
Yep.
Just
Ah!
eliminating any potential for a continuation.
Yep.
It just,
Or
And that's what they're saying now with the actual DCU is, oh, well, we've got Ben Affleck playing Batman and we've got Robert Pattinson playing Batman. We had this Joker. Now we've got Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, but we're going to do a new Joker. So how are we going to redo this? And since Ben Affleck wants to come back, we're going to be able to keep him in this universe, but then we're going to have Robert Pattinson over here. Then we're going to have a Batman Beyond with Michael Keaton as his mentor. Shit. And then we're going to put it all together with Flashpoint. And I'm like, guys,
there could be 4 Batmen in one movie.
I need all of your executive producers, whoever's the CEO over the DC right now. I want you all to sit down. This is called X-Men. I want you to watch it. After that, we're going to put in X-Men 2. And then we're going to watch
X-Men 3.
Skip X-Men 3. Go to X-Men First Class. Then we're going to go to X-Men Days of Future Past. And then X-Men Apocalypse. And then X-Men Dark Fate. Watch this shit. This is what happens when you start intermingling these characters so much. Yeah. Then it just ruins it.
You can't make a conscious decision to go in one direction. That's what happens.
Yep.
And last week we were talking about DC not having a Kevin Feige. And the closest thing they have to that right now is Jeff Johns. Do you notice the first name on this book? Jeff Johns.
Geoff Johns.
Geoff Johns.
Geoff Johns.
So he is going to push for this, obviously. It's his most famous story that he's ever done.
Well, in my opinion, this is a tilting point for DC.
They could do this and recover.
Yep.
Yep.
Or they can do this and fall
fail.
flat on their
into a
face.
dumpster
They
fire.
just need to worry about making one good movie.
They did. It's called Joker.
Well,
Or Aquaman.
Shazam was good.
No, I did
Aquaman
love
was good.
Shazam.
I like Shazam.
Yeah, Aquaman is my
Aquaman,
favorite.
Shazam, Wonder Woman, and Joker. Great movies. You know, top tier. You know, Batman, Superman of recent times.
Awful.
Justice League.
Yeah.
And
we've talked about Justice League.
We've talked about Snyder Cut at exhaustion at this point.
Who cares? It's garbage. Leave it on the floor.
Exactly. You're not going to show me something new.
No.
You're going to show us Apocalypse, and we're going to go, great.
Yeah, but
God, Lumpy Apocalypse no, it was Doomsday. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Lumpy Doomsday is what
Lumpy
I was thinking.
Doomsday.
That Doomsday killed me too. I was like, this is it?
What the fuck is this?
Okay.
Is he okay? Is he okay? Is he sick?
Yeah.
He looks like one of those Ninja
down?
Turtles from the Michael Bay movie.
He needs some milk.
Oh, it reminded me of like Total Recall.
Yeah.
Get to the reactor, Dave.
Oh,
Was
God.
that guy?
Mm-hmm.
Just from the neck up.
Yeah, not good. All the leaders of the resistance could look like Apocalypse did in that movie from Total Recall. But this is standalone. I give it a definite thumbs up.
Oh,
it's
excellent.
an amazing
Big ol'
story.
thumbs up.
If you're a DC fan, you haven't read this, I'll echo Ray's sentiments. What the fuck are you reading?
Yeah.
What's going on? If you want to get into Flash or you want to get into DC, this is a good comic book too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what got me into the Flash. Actually, Flashpoint was what got me into the Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited because on the way here, Ray was telling me about the side stories, and I think I'm going to dive into all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see what was going
especially
on around
The Thomas
this.
Wayne stuff.
Yeah, we want to see that. for
Absolutely.
sure.
Sure.
The Aquaman versus Wonder Woman stuff.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Canterbury Cricket?
Well, I mean,
Hit the
Guys?
button.
we'll see.
Hit the button.
Guys?
Little
Guys? Canterbury Cricket?
There he is.
Oh,
Oh, God.
he's here.
Here in the studio.
Finally,
Yeah,
our hero has
that,
arrived.
the Resistance, all the other stuff.
I mean, I might be behind that sort of stuff because I don't really know much at all about the Resistance or the Shazam kids. Like, I really don't know.
You guys
a whole
still haven't
lot
watched
from that.
Shazam, have you?
No.
Nope.
There's some Lois Lane in the I forgot what that
Lois Lane is a
Yeah,
it's
I'd
kind of like a
I'd like to see
Resistance
ground
like,
zero
leader.
reporter.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
in New Themyscira.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're trying to spy on the Amazonians.
Oh, what, you were telling me earlier about the Grodd side story. The Gorilla Grodd side story.
God of War, I believe it was called.
I get it.
Stop.
God of War.
So tell everybody else what you told me.
Tell us the
It's
factual.
about this big old gorilla.
We know who Grodd is.
Okay, and
Grodd's a big fan of the show. He listens all the time,
Oh,
so
okay.
be careful.
Hey, Grodd. No, so he's basically in this situation where he completely takes over Africa, and he's so bored at that point because everyone's only paying attention to what's happening with Aquaman and
Right.
Wonder Woman. So he's just so determined to find a challenge, which I don't think they really don't flesh it out in the
No,
original Flashpoint.
Grodd's not even brought up in this.
I think he's in some
He's in, like-
Vanishing Point stuff.
I think he's in like 2 panels in this, and that's it.
Yeah,
if
so
I remember right.
he's so determined to find a challenge. So he's having these other like guerrilla warriors like fight him, and he's just tearing them apart. Like they actually show all all the gruesome details.
That's
there.
one thing about DC. They
Yeah.
do not shy away from
No,
that.
they don't.
Yeah, and it gets to the point where these kids who are like African militant soldiers, like I don't want to say they're terrorists, but they're kids that are anti-Grodd.
Mm-hmm.
Anti-Grodd.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually try to kill Grodd, but Grodd hypnotizes them.
As you do when you're a big gorilla.
Yeah, and he makes them kill each other.
Nice.
Like they
And then
battle it out in like a pit or something,
Yeah,
right?
he leaves one kid, and he looks at him and says, "I'm going to leave you alive. This way you can track me down and dedicate your life to getting revenge for this." And then he just lets him go.
Damn.
Because he needs something
Yeah.
to keep him on his toes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Never knows when
Wow.
the kid's going to show back up.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And does he? I don't know. Probably not. But
I think was that issue 1 or 2? I don't know. I didn't get to issue 3.
Sounds great.
well, yeah. It sounds like you really loved it.
I really loved it.
I don't see
I was reading 70
Grodd
comics.
being able to carry a story that well.
In that character, like that kind of character, maybe.
I mean,
It's not-
they'd have to change his focus for me to be able to pay attention to Grodd. But Grodd always wants the gorillas to rule everything, Planet of the
Yeah.
Apes style. He wants to be the supreme ruler of Earth. It's like, okay, Grodd. Okay, man. Let us know how that works out for you.
Yeah.
Go fight Aquaman. You know what I mean? I don't see Grodd being able to carry a story like that. He's a great villain, compelling villain, somebody that I would love to read opposite another strong character, but him by himself, I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's why it only lasted 3 issues. They never really.
Yeah, they
delved
just
into-
stopped.
Let's see if this Grodd thing takes off. Enough about Grodd, Bill.
No one
God
cares about
damn it.
monkeys anymore, dude.
Bill Harambe was 10 years ago.
He's the guy in the office with like a monkey mug,
Right.
and a monkey
Oh, yeah.
poster on his wall.
Right.
Sure.
What you doing? Oh, just monkeying around. Shut the fuck up, Bill.
Water
I swear to God.
cooler.
We need to fucking fire that guy.
Does he have all the inspirational posters in the background?
Right.
Yes.
Got
Hang
all
in
the-
there, but it's a monkey.
Yeah.
He's like, guys, I mean, I know I talk about Grodd a lot, but hear me out. There's Grodd erotica out there, and I really want
boy.
you to check out. It's like, Bill, God, no.
Grodd Erotica.
Ooh.
Grodd erotica.
Grodd Erotica.
Erotica.
Grotica.
Grotica.
Yeah, hardcore Grotica.
Oh. I am nervous.
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
And a little sweaty.
That's what I thought.
You're not nervous or sweaty, you cyborg son of a bitch.
Must produce water.
He's like, I'm going to go eat batteries. I mean tacos.
Input.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, I think that's good. I think, do we need to
Yeah.
dive into any more aspects of Flash or Flashpoint?
I mean, I will say the way, as the girl in the room especially, my emotions were
sorry.
Oh.
I got a death stare for that one. Sorry, go ahead.
super. I was super touched by the last couple pages.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh.
loved how it ended.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
really
that was
like
nice.
it got me a little teary eyed.
Spoiler alert, Flash makes it back.
Yep.
And the first place he fucking goes
Is
is to
to see
visit
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne and say, hey, met your dad.
Here's a letter from your dad.
Here's a
And
letter
and
from
Bruce
your dad.
is just sitting there physically
Cowl
emotional.
off, ugly
Yeah.
crying in the Batcave.
Okay, so that scene is touching and memorable and everything else, but they try and do that in Batman vs Superman, and is one of the
Bad.
ugliest scenes I've ever seen in my entire life.
See, leave it on.
Where
the,
he's like,
leave it on
bro,
the page.
stuff is gonna happen, bro, and then he just gets.
That's
sucked
not the
back
Martha scene. That stupid.
Yes.
Yeah. Why did you say that name?
Wait a second, Martha.
So
Yeah.
they took this beautiful scene in the last couple of pages of this comic and just
and
made
ruined
it. Into
it.
Zack Snyder, I'm coming for you.
Zach is a big fan of the show, and Mark does not like Zach. Zach doesn't like Mark. I've talked to him about it.
We're
You
gonna do a
haven't.
cornhole tournament and just figure this whole thing out.
Yeah.
Is he
guys
good?
are
At,
gonna-
is he good at cornhole?
You guys are
We're
gonna
gonna
have
find out.
You guys are gonna have a fish fry and talk it out. It's gonna be great. I can't wait to be a part of it and watch you guys across the table. Zack Snyder's sitting in his laboratory right now, like, God damn it,
His
Mark.
laboratory. How can I
He
fuck
comes
up
out
all
to the
these
barbecue.
movies?
How can I?
What
fuck
can I mess
all
up
these?
next?
He's got a
The
like
barbecue.
he's got a chalkboard in the background with all these equations.
I just
everything-
imagine him coming to a picnic
got
and he
3
pulls
episodes
out a
of-
chair with his own name on it.
Big,
Yeah.
big elaborate equation in the background.
Yeah,
And on the bottom,
Grodd Erotica on the desk.
yeah, Grodd Erotica on the desk, and it just says equals shit. With it circled, because you always circle your answer in
For sure.
mathematics. Yeah.
God.
For sure.
Every
You
time.
emphatically circle your answer.
Yes.
If you don't, you're not sure.
Yeah. There's
Everybody
no
knows that
confidence.
about math.
Circle,
if you don't,
exclamation
if you don't
point.
circle that bitch like it's the last circle you're ever going to draw, you don't even
Yeah.
know the answer. Like, are you
And
even a
that's math
mathematician?
with Jack.
You sure about that? No.
Math with
That's
Jack.
how I fool a lot of people. I'll just write dog shit on the board and then go, and there we go. And they see
He
the
is
emphatic
very
circle and they're
confident.
like, Whoa,
This guy's a mathematician.
Yeah, he's headed places. Did you see how he drew the circle?
He used the red marker too.
Yeah.
It has a lot of emphasis.
This motherfucker circled it and then underlined it 3 lines,
Oh,
each
shit.
one shorter than the last. I don't know.
That's
the brilliance.
emphasized.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so that's going to do it, I think, for this episode of Alter Ego Podcast. Thank you so much again to Ford Supply. Watch, you see how I do that? Ford Supply and Tony Anellos for sponsoring the episode. We're going to tell you where you can find us, and I tell you every single episode. Alter Ego Podcast 2 at gmail.com. Alter Ego Podcast on Instagram @_ego, I think. No, that's not right. @_ego, I believe, is Twitter. Facebook @Alter Ego Podcast. Instagram @Alter Ego Pod. YouTube.com/Alter Ego Podcast. You can also check out all the stuff from 7 Lamb Podcasts at 7lamb.com. Or you can go find them at Facebook @7lamb as well. If you found us, you found them. So you don't have to look much harder. I'll turn this music more up.
Here we go. I love this.
There it is.
It's so good.
Oh, thanks for showing up, Ray.
Oh, yeah. I'm happy.
Go see Ray on
Appreciate
YouTube
it.
at Registered
Yeah.
Nerd.
Oh, hold on. Yeah. Plug your YouTube. Tell
Well,
everybody.
I'm the registered nerd.
Sorry,
The registered nerd. There's another registered nerd, but
you had it first.
Yeah, I did.
Is it the THEE?
Yes, actually.
The
yeah.
Royal the.
Yeah, it is THE.
So when we
I believe-
promote this episode on Monday, we
Yeah.
will link your YouTube to that. So send to him, he'll send to me.
Link it.
We'll send it to
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, because we,
So you can
with
check it out.
16 followers, need your 100 followers. to
Yeah,
make this
he's got
even.
unboxings and all kinds of stuff.
I buy a lot of garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do we.
We're gonna get really drunk on there soon. So come
Whoa,
on.
we've never been this far into the song.
I didn't know it went this far.
What?
This song goes forever, my friend.
And we're going to sit here and listen to it with you.
Yeah, we're going to jam out for a little bit. Have a good week! Or don't. It's your fucking life.
Still going.
It's so good. Ow!
And it had a little
Yeah,
in the
it
middle.
did.
You guys are just being silly now. Shut up.
So silly.
Okay.